we give credible, factual, balanced reports at all time. Join us as we take you around the globe on the world news. Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin, your shining supreme station.
From the news desk of Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin, this is news around the world.
In the headlines. Federal government reviews plans to create 1 million jobs. Speaker House of Representatives mourns Niger boat accident victim. Nigerian troops kills 100.
Are you ready to do this? Come on! He did not tell you that he's going to drop Feda man. Was it Jari?
You can only get timely, credible, and reliable news on your shining supreme station. Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin.
And in the headlines. Federal government reviews plans to create 1 million jobs. Speaker House of Representatives mourns Niger boat accident victims. Nigerian troops kills 108 and terrorists arrested 97 criminals. And moving on to the foreign scene, at least 15 people killed in the severe flooding after heavy rainfall in Botswana. And to the business news, House of Representatives and federal government takeover of Kebbi Nasarawa airports. The world of entertainment, Wizkid confirmed is expecting third child with Jada P. And lastly, on sport, NDLEA to sensitize Quarry United players on dangers of drug abuse. Good evening and thank you for joining us for the news across the world on Diamond 87 FM Ilorin. I am Precious Afolabi. You can listen to us via website www.diamondfm.net or watch us live on Facebook at Diamond 887 FM. You can also download a app on Google Play Store, Diamond 887 FM. We bring you details of the news after this break.
Monkeypox is an illness caused by the monkeypox virus, and it has been detected in Nigeria. It can be spread from person to person through direct contact with body fluids of infected persons or animals. Symptoms of monkeypox includes rash, fever, low energy, muscle ache, and so on. To protect yourself from contracting the virus, ensure that food containing animal meat Our parts are properly cooked before eating. Clean and disinfect your environment regularly. Limit close contact with infected people. Your good health is important to us.
This message is from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin.
You're welcome back from that short break. Now the news in detail. The federal government says it is committed to creating 1 million jobs as a way of tackling youth unemployment across all the 774 local government areas of the country. The Minister of State for Youth Development, Ayodele Olawande, made a statement today in Abuja. Olawande said the federal government is determined to educate, inspire, and connect Nigerian youth to careers and opportunities in the insurance sector using the power of digital technology. He reiterated the government's commitment to increasing youth participation in the insurance sector to create jobs and enhance financial inclusion. The Speaker of House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, has extended his condolences to the families of those who lost their lives in a boat accident in Niger State on Tuesday. Around 60 bodies have been reportedly been recovered after the boat capsized on Tuesday night at the Bajibo River in the Mokwa local government area of Niger State. The boat was said to be carrying over 300 passengers. In a statement issued today by a special advisor on media and publicity, Musa Krishi, the speaker expressed sadness over the accident and commemorated with the families of the deceased, as well as the people and the government of Niger State, as they particularly sympathize with Governor Muhammad Bago over the tragic incidents.
Parents and relevant agencies of government have been reminded of their roles in nurturing and handling people living with cerebral palsy. The reminder was given today in Ilorin at an event organized by Afolabi Cerebral Palsy Initiative in collaboration with the Office of the Senior Special Assistant SSA to Governor Brahman Abdurazak on Sustainable Development Goals SDGs in memorializing this year's World Cerebral Palsy Day, marked every 6th of October since 2012. In a keynote address titled "The You in You Makes a Difference," a professor of guidance and counseling, University of Ilorin, Mary Esere, charged CP warriors to look beyond their physical challenges to be a blessing to society.
And being unique, there is something in you that you can use to make a difference. Your cerebral palsy condition notwithstanding, the lecture is just trying to encourage people with cerebral palsy to look inward, to know that, to give themselves courage, to know that there is something in them that can make them to still impact their world, impact their situation. Because we have examples of people that have cerebral palsy and they are still making waves in the world.
On his part, a retired director of physiotherapy, University of Ilorin Teaching Hospital, Mr. Agumbiade Alfred, who also gave a keynote address, spoke against stigmatization, stressing that CP warriors are unique children that deserves more love and attention. He also admonished parents not to be scared of childbirth after initially birthing a child with the ailment.
To make sure that they don't neglect the child, that they should love the child. And all members, both the senior and the junior, they should love the child and be friendly with the child. But when they have the child as the firstborn, they should not be afraid to have another child. because that's another big problem. The CP child may be 6 years old or so 4 years old. We physiotherapists will be talking to the wife and the parents, please have another child. It's not going to be like this. So because they don't want to have the second experience. So my advice for them is that they can have another child.
The founder and organizer of the event, Mr. Afolabi Anishe, who is also a CP warrior, said the program was born out of the need to draw the attention of people and relevant authorities on challenges faced by people living with CP, and appealed that they are normal people who need just a little more time to get things done, hence are deserving of all the good things of life.
Enlightenment and the unity of education is there. Yeah. We want to have a quality education. With the unity of education and the unity of health, we want the government to provide employment for people that are living with CP. There are many that we are on them. So what I'm doing now, I'm just an entrepreneur selling phones. I'm doing phones. I'm doing POS. You can visit my job if you want to do that. You confirm. So if the more we have people that are finished school, government will be able to support them that provide employment.
Mrs. Afolabi Shukurat, mother to a CP warrior, while sharing her plight, charged government to come to their aid.
The hospital is not easy for us, so the government should please employ more doctors. Because we used to spend more hours. That when we get home, we start feeling body ache. So the government should please make physiotherapy free to our ward. Then another thing is that in drug, there are some drugs they take and they are very, very expensive now. If there will be a discount on it for these our children, the government should please look into that aspect. Then another aspect is employing educationists, the special need educationists. Because most private schools that do admit them, I just taking them for, let me just admit them. Learning is not taking place. And if you should go to the special, the one I told you, they will tell you if the child is not independent, they cannot admit such child. So we are going through a lot through that aspect.
In a reaction, the SSA on SDGs, Nana Fatima Imam, while leading a panel of discussion, said Governor Abdurrahman handles people with special needs specially and promised to channel their demands for a better life. Meanwhile, cerebral palsy, CP, is a physical disability that affects movement and posture, and according to experts, antenatal and early detection can help manage and restore hope to a child having the ailment. Joseph Imeribe for Diamond FM News.
Did you know that there are more than 17 million people across the world living with cerebral palsy? That was the special report from Joseph Imeribe at an event organized today in Ilori to commemorate the World Cerebral Palsy Day. And sent was that. The Joint National Associations of Persons with Disabilities in Kwara State expressed gratitude to President Bola Tinubu and Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak for engaging persons with disability in the local and the government, Kwara State, in distributions of fertilizers and other farms inputs. The associations in a statement signed by the association chairman, Comrade Yusuf Bashir, and the secretary, Comrade Tiamiyu Fatai, said that the association holds Malam Abdurrahman Abdurrazak in a high esteem for his kind gestures and the magnitude for persons and disabilities in the state. And according to the statements, the persons with disabilities were engaged in distributions of fertilizers and other farms input through the office of the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Community Development, Dr. Lawal Olowede. The Defense Headquarters, DHQ, says troops on operations across the country killed 118, arrested 97 suspected criminals, and rescued 96 kidnapped victims in the past weeks. It said troops destroyed 44 illegal refineries and seized 602,200 liters of the stolen crude, 64,900 liters of illegally refined diesels, 12,690 liters of petrol, and arrested oil theft in the Niger Delta region. The military high command announced this in a statement today by the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba. And according to the General Buba, in the past weeks, troops recovered 87 assorted weapons comprising PKT guns, PKM, 1 RPG, and 1 auto pistol, 43 AK-47 rifle, 14 fabricated rifles, 14 Dane guns, 5 pump-action guns, and 6 AK-47 magazines. The news across the world is reaching you from Diamond 887 FM in Lorry. We're going to break now. When we return, we bring you foreign sports news. Do stay with us.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Diamond 887 FM. Diamond FM, shining supreme.
You're still listening to the news across the world, reaching from Diamond 887 FM in Lorry. Now we go on the foreign scene. Heavy flooding and the landslide in Bosnia and Herzegovina has killed at least 15 people after the severe rainstorm ravaged the country overnight. Authorities say several people are still missing, while the army and local volunteers have been called in to help with the rescue operations. Bosnia Defense Minister Zukam Ellis told local media that troops has been engaged to help in rescue and the recovery mission. Most of those killed were reported Jublinka, as another person died in the town of Fichnika. The Jablinka fire stations and the Esbozivinian town was completely inaccessible because roads and trains lines were swept away or blocked by debris. Still in the world of the foreign scene, more airstrikes have been reported to southern Beirut and Lebanon as Israel over 30 villages in the south to evacuate. A major road out of Lebanon was hit overnight near the border crossing the Syria, where thousands of people have been fleeing. Israel says that the route was being used to transport weapons. Rockets continues to be fired into Israel from Lebanon as residents run for cover after hearing gunfire and explosions. Lebanon's health ministry and the earlier 37 people have been killed in Israeli ground. An air attack in the past 24 hours. More than 2,000 people have now been killed since the last October. Moving on to the business scene.
Diamond FM Business News.
The House of Representatives has approved President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's request for a refund of about 24 billion naira to the Kebbi and Nasarawa state government to take over to two airports built by the two states. Recalls that on May 16, 2024, the President, in a letter addressed to the House Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, urged the Legislative Chamber to refund 15 billion naira and the 9 billion naira to the Kebbi and the Nasarawa state government, respectively, being the cost incurred in the constructions of the airport in their domain. Kebbi State spent the money to construct the Sir Hamadu Bello International Airport in Benin Kebbi, the state capital, while the Nasarawa state government spent 9 billion naira for the construction of the Lafia Cargo Airport Nasarawa. The approval formalized the reimbursement of fund based on the claims made by both state governments. And now to the entertainment scene.
Diamond FM Entertainment News.
Nigerian singer Wizkid has confirmed he's expecting baby number 3 with Jada P. Has told baby mama T Doubles as his manager. Wizkid and Jada, who began dating in 2014, had the earlier first child together, Zion, in 2017. In 2022, they welcomed another boy, AJ. Recently, rumor emerged that they are expecting their third child after Jada flaunted the looks like a baby bomb in social media. Wizkid confirms the pregnancy rumor during the recent rant on X. Wizkid has 2 other sons from previous relationship with Shola Ogunju and Binta Diallo. And moving on to the world of sports.
Diamond FM Sports News.
The Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) is set to sensitize Kwara United players on the dangers of drug abuse in football. The sensitizations will take place at the Kwara Sport Complex in Ilorin tomorrow. The Commander General of the agency, Kwara State Division, Fatima Abiola Bukwola, is the convener of the program. NDLEA is taking its crusade into football, as it has been observed that many Nigerian footballers take drugs to enhance their performance on the pitch. The sensitization is expected to be extended to other clubs in the league. The under-17 women national team Flamingo have arrived at their campsite in Santo Domingo, a city in the Dominican Republic, for a 2 weeks intensive campaign exercise ahead of the 2024 FIFA Under-17 Women World Cup Finals held from October 16 to November 3 in the country. The team departed the country after receiving pep talk from NFF President Alhaji Ibrahim Musa Gozo and the General Secretary Dr. Mohammed Sanusi, who visited their host hotel. Flamingos are larger than Group A, along with the country Dominican Republic, Ecuador, and New Zealand, whom they face in their opening games on October 16th at the Estadio Sabio Santiago de los Caperos, starting at the 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Bankole Oluwokere, 2 tour teams with them faced the Ecuador for their second games on October 9th, before rounding off their preliminary assignment against the host country 3 days later at the Estadio Olimpico Felix Sanchez, Santo Domingo. With that, we have come to the end of the news across the world. But before we go, again at the recap of the major highlights. Federal government reveals plans to create 1 million jobs. Speakers of House of Representatives mourns Niger boat accident victims. Nigerian troops kills 118 terrorists, arrest 19 57 criminals. And on the foreign scene, at least 15 people killed in severe flooding after heavy rainstorm in Botswana. And on business, House of Representatives approves federal government to take over of Kebbi, Nasarawa airports. Wizkid confirms he's expecting third child with Jada P and entertainment. And lastly, on the world of sport, NDLEA to sensitize Kwara United players on dangers of drug abuse. Do you know segment on this day in 1992, Mozambican civil war, which started in the 1977, came to end. Now you know. For news coverage or information about happenings around you, kindly contact Diamond FM Newsroom and number 0916-062-7526. The news across the world was edited by Abiodun Akiwumi. I am Precious Afolabi. The many thanks for listening.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Diamond887FM. Diamond FM, shining supreme.
Chai, my head oh. Oga landlord, why you dey shake like ceiling fan? Eh? My village people don't come again oh. This one with your body hot so, you don't do test? Yes, see result oh. Oga landlord, no be your village people oh. Na malaria, you need Luta. Luta na better medicine wey dey knack down malaria. Oya see am, take am.